Hello Jeff, my name's Michael.
Hello Michael.
I'm going to be your instructor for today. I believe your current instructor's on holiday, but he's left me word to say that he wants to do T Junctions today.
Yeah, that's right, he did say that.
Now can you tell me what you did in your last lesson?
Yeah, it was little left and right turns.
Right, okay, well that's going to help you for what we're going to be doing later on today. Now if you have a look at this diagram here, what we're going to be doing is emerging from the minor road onto the major road.
Okay.
Okay, so if we were going to be turning left, what would you think the first thing you would do?
Oh, check my mirrors.
Check your mirrors, great. Which ones?
This rear view mirror, interior mirror, and the left mirror.
Okay, and why are you checking them?
To see what's going on behind me.
Excellent. Next thing you're going to do is give a signal. So you're going to give a signal to left. Why are you doing that?
To tell everybody else what I'm doing.
Very good. And then we've got our position. So our normal road position, do you know what that is? If we're going to be turning left.
A metre from the curb.
Very good.
Depending on the width of the road.
Excellent, yes. Then we've got to be thinking about our speed. So we're going to be slowing the car down. So how would we be doing that?
Using the brakes.
Using the brakes. And then we're going to select the appropriate gear. Now that's going to be determined by what's happening, around the junction and what our zones of vision are. So we'll talk about the zones of vision later on. And then as we get a bit closer to the junction, we're going to be doing some looking.
Okay.
Where do you think you're going to be looking before you would emerge?
To the right, and then to the left, and then to the right again.
Very good. And what are you looking for?
Other cars coming towards me.
Yeah. Other cars, other road users, could be pedestrians and cyclists and things like that.
Right, okay.
So, let's say for example, we're at the end of the road, and we see a pedestrian there, who looks like they want to cross.
Yeah.
We've looked to the right and it looks safe, looked left, it looks safe, but we're not sure about this pedestrian. What do you think we should do?
Well, I'll just keep an eye on them, I think.
Yeah, get eye contact with them, see whether or not it looks like they are definitely going to cross. If they are, be prepared to just wait. If we're not certain, again wait, because we don't want to, have an accident just because we're uncertain. And then when they've started to cross, get out of the way, have another double check everywhere, and then we can start to emerge.
Okay.
Okay. Now what we've got to think about is, before we emerge, is judging the speed of the traffic. So how do we know if it's going to be safe? As in whether or not we're going to be emerging or not.
Well, I'd have to look and assess how fast they were going, I think.
Yeah, that's it. Because what you don't want to do is force the cars or the vehicles to slow down or change direction.
Right.
Because otherwise, we might be having an accident or causing an accident. So we definitely don't want to do that. Any questions so far about how to turn left?
No, I don't think so.
Because it'll basically come with more practice, obviously, on how we're going to do this. Now, if we're going to be then turning right, what we're going to be doing is checking the mirrors. Which mirrors would that be?
This interior mirror and the right mirror.
Very good, giving a right signal then, and then altering our position. Now, what would our position be, do you think, if we're going to turn right?
Just near that line.
That's it, yeah, just to the left of the centre. I mean, there might not be a centre line. So what we've got to do is, obviously, there's no centre line like on this road here. You're going to be figuring out where the centre of the road is.
Right.
And staying just to the left of it. Then we're going to be slowing the car down and using the appropriate gear again, which will come to our zones of vision and what else is happening at the junction. And then we're going to be prepared to stop, but also be prepared to carry on if it's safe. So again, like we did before, we're going to do the observations to the right, to the left, to the right. But it's slightly different when we're emerging to the right, because we've got to not just think about the traffic coming from the right, but the traffic coming from the left as well.
Oh yeah, I never thought of that. Got to, yeah.
So, this again is where we're going to be judging whether or not it's safe to go.
So I've got two judgments to make there, haven't I? Not
That's
one.
right, exactly. So we need to obviously be judging the speed of the traffic coming from both directions, and when we start doing a bit of practice, we'll go through that in a bit more detail.
Okay.
Okay. If you look at these here, you can see how this junction is a giveaway, and this one's a stop.
Right.
What's the difference between the two?
Well, that's a stop. I've got a definite stop line there, haven't I? So I've got to stop at that one.
Very good.
And the giveaway line, I have to give way if I have to.
Excellent. So we may come up with the different type of junctions later on. We'll just see. Okay. Now what I want to do is just go through your zones of vision. So if you look at situation here, the green is classed as the field. So if we, from a distance back, we start looking right and left early, we can see quite clearly what's going on before we get to the end of the road.
Okay.
And so that is classed as an open junction, except that in the diagrams we've actually got a parked vehicle. Now because the parked vehicle's there, you can see that we've now got blind spot area.
Oh, right, yeah.
So that now actually has to be classed as a closed junction, which is basically where you can't see very well.
I
so
see,
you're probably going to be using first gear.
Mm-hmm.
And you may have to stop, but you know, you're going to be prepared to stop. But if this car wasn't here, then it's quite possible we might be able to keep it going because we can see much clearer.
Okay.
Okay, does that make sense with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so then we've got diagrams here, which is telling us about closed junctions. These are just indicating basically buildings. So from a distance back, the dark areas are the places we can't see. As we get a little bit closer, it starts opening up a little bit more, but we still can't see sufficiently to decide whether or not it's safe to go. And just as we basically get to the end of the road is when it opens up enough to make the decision. So, because it's a closed junction, we would be approaching in first gear because it's we're being prepared to stop because we're going to be that slow. What we may also have to do, because it's a closed junction, is be prepared to peep and creep. Have you any idea what?
Oh yeah, I was doing a lot of that, yeah.
Right, great. So, what do you understand by the term peep and creep?
Just sort of edging my way out a little bit.
That's right, yeah.
So I could see.
That's great. Because, of course, if we've got parked vehicles here, we might just want to edge it out a little bit to give us a better view of what's going on. But we've still got to be prepared to stop. Any questions about zones of vision?
No, that's okay.
Right, okay. Okay, so what we'll do then is we'll have a few goes, but first of all, we'll just see what your clutch control is like. Okay, Jeff, doing really well with your positioning here, away from the cars on both sides.
Smashing, thank you.
And now what we're going to do, you can see how this looks like a T junction now.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing a left turn, please. So check your interior mirror and your left mirror, giving a left signal, moving your positioning closer to the curb. That's it, very good there. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stop you a little bit short. Stop about there, that'll be fine. Because what I want you to do, we're just going to do a little bit of creeping, and also we've got the curb to contend with as well. We're just going to follow it round. So just bring your clutch up to the bite, and then freeze your feet. That's great. Okay, and then what I want you to do is just ease off the brake, just have a quick check to the right, just lift your clutch up about the thickness of a coin, just putting a little bit more turn to the left, and just follow that curb round. That's it. Looking right and left, keep looking right and left. That's very good. We've got this parked car here that we now need to take a wider, well, going to give it a little bit more room, aren't we?
Right.
That's very good. Bring your clutch up. Excellent.
All right, I see.
Very
I do
good.
that now.
And then checking all your mirrors on the new road, and I'm going to turn next road on the left. That's it. And then gently slowing it down into first gear. Now if you look to the left, it's quite open.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
And then
the
looking to the right, starting to open up, just follow the curb round a little bit more.
Yeah.
Another quick glance to the right, looking left, looking right, and then can we keep it going?
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. And then a bit more with the accelerator.
That was one of them open junctions, wasn't it?
It was, very good.
Right, I see.
And then just going to keep the car following round for the moment. It's just coming up here. Okay, so what you're going to do is a routine for this.
I'm going to check my interior mirror and my right mirror.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Taking the next road on the right.
Interior mirror, right mirror.
Very good.
Signal.
Position's looking very good. And where are you going to be looking here?
I'm going to be looking ahead and into the road I'm turning into.
Very good.
So do that first again.
I think that was good. Good
right?
selection, yeah, because you can see the angle's quite sharp, isn't it, here?
It's a bit bumpy, isn't it?
Very good.
Is that okay?
That was excellent. And what are you going to do with this new road now?
Check the mirrors.
Very good. Right, Jeff, we're going to be taking the next road on the right, please. So we're going to check your interior mirror, right signal, and then your position going to be just to the left of the centre. Right. Now, is this an open or a closed junction?
It's a closed junction, this.
It is, so we're looking at it, we're probably going to be having to stop, especially when he's cutting the corner.
Oh, he did, didn't he?
He did. Excellent. And
glad I was going slow.
Gently braking, clutch down. I think we're going to be stopping about there. Look for that white line under the mirror there.
Yes, there
That's
now.
it. Excellent. And then how's it looking to the right and left at the moment?
Yeah, it looks clear.
Very good. So a little bit more on the accelerator.
Right.
Off we go. That's it. Very good. Excellent with the steering there as well. And I'm going to take the next road on the right, please. How are you going to do with it?
Oh, right mirror, isn't it?
That's it. Very good. Good check down the road as well, just to see what's happening. Very good. Now can you see those children over there? So we're going to have to be quite cautious about them. So just checking all three mirrors again, see what's going on, and we're going to keep the speed down. We've also got an ice cream van.
Yeah, I can see it.
So how's that going to affect us, do you think?
Depends where he's parked when I get to the junction.
And that's it, looks like he's right on the junction. Now what we're going to be doing is taking the next road on the right, please. So, mirrors, signal. Now this red car being here means we're going to be on the wrong side of the road slightly.
Yeah.
So we've just got to keep an eye out for any cars turning in, and obviously keep an eye on this child as well. That's very good. And then just creeping it forwards, and then just going to stop a little bit short out there, because if you creep too far forward,
I can still see
you
it
can
from the
see.
inside.
That's it, very good. Having a look to the right and the left, just keep an eye out for any other children as well. That's very good, that, Jeff. Excellent clutch control.
That was that creeping of people we did
It
before,
was,
wasn't it?
very good. And then we're going to pull over on the left somewhere safe, please. Excellent, good use of the signal. Very good. Great, how do you think that went?
I'm getting the idea of that now.
Yeah, I think you did really well. A lot of hazards along the way there,
It
wasn't
certainly
there?
was, yeah.
So I think with just a little bit more practice, I think you'll be able to do that a bit more on your own.
Thanks very much.